The Afar that Taqleed, what led to him Taqleeing? You are not looking for all those things. You are just saying, Baba ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, abẹ́ ge náà nìyẹn. Abẹ́ wo ló fẹ́ ge? Okay, if you are not interested, if you are not ready for this particular conversation, because if it makes you defensive, swipe. But if you are still here, let us talk about knowledge and Taqleed. Taqleed means blind following. You see, today, knowledge is rampant everywhere. It is not that Muslims are lacking information. It's not that Muslims are lacking access to knowledge regarding their religion. But the main issue at this point is basic lack of understanding. Most people as of today only follow voices and not evidence. They often memorize opinions of scholars and not the principles of the deen itself. And the most rampant one seems to be people defending positions of scholars that they themselves cannot even explain to a 4-year-old. And the moment you question them that, okay, what prompted this particular position? What did they lead to? They lead to attacking your person, your personality. Well, I must tell you that this is not how knowledge works. What you're doing basically is nothing but Taqleed, blind following. Well, I think the first thing here is that Taqleed, blind following, feels safe for some people. You know, it's just all about, àwọn bàbá ló sọ pé, àfáwà ló sọ pé, kíní kan ló sọ pé. You are not even questioning why the Afar Taqleed in the first place. The Afar that Taqleed, what led to him Taqleeing? You are not looking for all those things. You are just saying, Baba ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, abẹ́ ge náà nìyẹn. Abẹ́ wo ló fẹ́ ge? Gbogbo akọ́lá máa kórí síbi kan náà now. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin. Allah gave every single one of us thinking faculty. Are we using it? Are we using it? So, abẹ́ ò lè gé o, bàbá ò lè sọ pé abẹ́ gé, àwa máa béèrè, ṣé bàbá ìkọ́tẹ́lá abẹ́ gé yìí, báwo ló ṣe jẹ́ gangan nú ẹ̀sìn? Ṣánábì ṣe, ṣáwọn sàábé ṣe, tí ò bá ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀, abẹ́ tó gé yẹn, fakọ́dí, ó ti yẹ bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ti yẹ bẹ́ẹ̀. You know, as I said, because blind following actually feels safe, they don't have to study, they don't struggle to learn, they don't struggle to acquire knowledge. Whatever verdict is coming from whatever scholar they are blind following is superior to whatever it is anybody else have to say. And you see, for me as an individual, one of the beauty of Islam is the plethora of opinions. Yes, it might come with the argument that one opinion is always stronger than the other. I agree with you, I concur with you. But have in mind, our Iman, are they at the same level? So, in as much the opinion is coming from the Quran, is coming from the Sunnah, but then one thing I know as an individual is whatever it is I don't understand, I don't have clarity, I avoid as much as I can to avoid any kind of confusion in my way of life. Now, one major problem of blind following of Taqleed is that every single question, you are perceiving it as a threat. How? Ṣebí nǹkan tí ò bá yéèyàn, èèyàn máa béèrè ni. And one thing, àwọn Yorùbá máa ń sọ pé abèrè ọ̀nà ò kí ń ṣìnà. I don't agree with that aphorism anyway, because if you go and ask road from madman, wàá ṣìnà o. But let's just use it in this particular way now. Let's use it in this particular context. Pé abèrè ọ̀nà ò kí ń ṣìnà, that is the one who asks for his route around will always find his way. And as I said, if you go and ask your route from a madman, you lost your Anyways, let's get back to the bone of contention here. Now, you brought about a position. We asked you to clarify. You are shouting. As how? You are saying whatever this person say is final. You shouldn't question it. You are who? Who question? I'm a berry, because we cannot dip our head into confusion and start celebrating it as knowledge. No. Blind following actually has placed so many people to, like, very intelligent people. You see them talking and they start sounding like it don't. Like, you'll be like, but sorry, but you are a prof now. What's happening? Like, how did you get to this point? So this is one of the major problems of blind following. You see, don't get me twisted, because I know some of you will start cherry picking what I've said or cutting it to your context. Following scholars in Islam is valid. As a matter of fact, scholars are always being described as hey, Oyinbo Aruli Anobi, Aruli Anobi, the successor of the prophet. Yeah, I think that is it. Now, having said that, what I am advocating against is blind following. Even scholars themselves encourage that we ask questions, especially in the gray areas that seems to be confusing. Because what's the point of Taqleed? If you have imbibed Taqleed so much, it is more or less like you are just a walking zombie. Not necessarily that you understand what you are claimed to be knowledge, but with questioning, with clear explanations, you can easily defend whatever opinion a particular scholar has brought forth. I hope you get my point. The bone of contention here is that Taqleed, blind following, blind loyalty, without any form of understanding of what you are being taught, actually weakens your faith. Weakens your faith in what sense? You don't even know whether that is the right opinion, that is the strongest opinion or not. You don't know. We pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will grant us knowledge, will grant us ilm with understanding. And for all the sincere scholars, for all the pious scholars, we pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make them steadfast upon the truth. And for those that are just saying things that we don't understand. Now, my call to action is this. You know, this is the month of Ramadan. And I believe by now you are exposed to different kind of lectures. People who are qualified to speak, people who are not qualified to speak, people who understand what they are saying, people who don't even understand what they are saying, people who are talking without their self-desires, and likewise people who are talking with their self-desires. Series of lectures around. One thing that you need to do is this. Do not swallow verbatim without questioning what you are being told. Try to verify what you are being told by yourself from the main religious sources of this deen, that is the Quran and the Sunnah. And most importantly, when you want to acquire knowledge, do this with total humility. Ramadan is very short. Choose understanding over blind following. The name is Dr. Wonotaj, aka Sogir, aka Alhaji, or Dr. Swipe. Till we meet again next time, I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.